Is it going? Good, good. I'm Dr. Goodman, Brad Goodman. This is Doc Talk Live, and I'm with Ainslie McLean.
Hi.
Ainslie is a Pilates instructor.
Correct.
And if you're new to Doc Talk Live, this is a show about health and health information, and it's meant to be interactive, but I realize not everybody can tune in when we're broadcasting. So if you're catching the rebroadcast, send us a little comment, say, hey, I'm here listening, or what kind of workouts you like to do. I'd be really curious to your comments. Today I'm with Ainslie McLean, which I said, and she is a Pilates instructor, and I was talking to you on the phone about doing a show with you.
Right.
And I'm obviously in her Pilates studio, and we're just going to see where this progresses. You started telling me a little bit about your story, which was fascinating to me, and I sort of cut you off. I said, you know what, I don't want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear it with who's ever listening, so we're all getting the same information. I don't want to edit it or change it. So tell us your story. Where do you want to start?
So my story is, of course, personal because it's my story, right? But it tends to make me emotional when I talk about it because it's a lot.
Do we need to get Kleenex?
I don't know, maybe. So first of all, I just turned 50, and I was an athlete most of my life growing up. Never sick, never anything wrong with me. And as I started going through life and getting my first job and going out into the world, things just started happening to me that were really random. And so anyway, my first symptom, I guess, was pain. And so I moved to Birmingham. I was 22, and I was still playing pickup games and coaching soccer, 4-year-olds, and running and working out all the time. And then I got married and
this
had a couple
is when
kids.
You were 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just moved to Birmingham.
Okay.
And had a couple kids, and as time was going by, my pain just kept getting worse. So I started going to doctors and going to doctors and going to doctors. And I would say, my back hurts, my hips hurt, my back hurts. And everybody would say, how about a pain block? How about another pain block?
I do those.
Right. And that's why I was so excited to meet you. Had 5 pain blocks. Helped me 0. I had so much chronic pain, couldn't sleep through the night. Started to alter my personality. So here I am, a mom, and I'm suddenly not so fun. And all of a sudden, I become like an irritable wife and not a really good friend because chronic pain sucks. And I wasn't getting any relief. And so my friend said, hey, why don't you come to yoga? And I was like, okay. So I went to yoga, and I couldn't walk for 30 days. So then she said, hey, why don't we go to Pilates? And I was like, forget it. I'm never doing that. So I went. I couldn't walk for like 2 weeks. I was in miserable pain. So then she said, hey, I found Pilates on the Reformer. Why don't you come with me? I was like, forget it. I'm not ever doing that again. It didn't work for me. She said, this is different. So I went. After I'd been suffering and suffering and suffering with all this pain, I did it. And I was at the YMCA in Greystone. And my pain was gone that one time.
So what is Pilates? And what is Pilates on the Reformer? So you'll have to help me out with that.
Right. So if I'm ever at a party and people say, what do you do? And I say I'm a Pilates instructor, that's the end of the conversation, right? So what is Pilates? Pilates is a movement system. It's not a gym. Can you see this is not a gym at all? And what it is we're movement specialists, and we learn to move the body. So when you're hurting, you said, hey, I think movement heals too. I love your message.
Yes.
I think people should walk, right?
Right.
Well, I'm a runner. I'm a soccer player. I want to play tennis and kick balls and hit balls and run and walk and do all those things. But where the pain comes from is not necessarily my legs, it's my hips. It's not necessarily my back. My back hurts, but it's coming from my hips or my hip flexors or whatever. So you got
So Pilates is movement.
Movement. It's a movement.
What is Reform Pilates?
Right.
Or am I saying that even right?
So this is a reformer, and Joseph Pilates was a person. So Camilla, I'm going to take you to see this picture right here.
Okay.
Joseph Pilates was born in Germany. I want you to look at this.
You
one
get
first.
in here.
Yeah. So this is Joseph Pilates. He was born in Germany.
Okay.
He was born to 2 circus performers. And he
wow, look at his legs.
I know. He had asthma and he had rickets. And his parents said, "You're puny, you can't participate in life." And he became furious. So he laid on the ground and he invented this thing that he called his contrology. He mastered control of his mind by breathing and settling his mind and his temper. And then he made up all these moves. So when I got this, I thought these were apothecary drawers, but look closely. Those are photographs of him in 500 positions. So what he did was he made these moves. And when he was 18, his first job, he was an anatomy model. You could see every muscle in his body. So his dad taught him how to fight. He began to do some of the circus performing. And when he was in his early 20s, he went to England for a boxing match. They called it an international fighting contest. And at that time, you weren't just German and you went to England. It was World War I. So they put him in an internment camp. So in this internment camp where they put him, it wasn't a concentration camp. They put him in the infirmary and they said, "You're such a specimen, we're putting you in here." So they had some provisions, but no medicine, very little provisions. So what he did was he had this idea to teach his contrology to these very sick people laying on these military bed cots in the infirmary to teach them his contrology. But they were so weak, they couldn't even lift their arms and legs. So he had the idea he would steal the bed springs and tie their hands to the sheets, to the spring, and help them move their arms and legs, which is where he got the idea for the reformer. So it was an invention 100 years ago. All 32 of those people walked out of there. So when he came out of this camp, and I have a book, there's a museum now in the Isle of Man is where it was outside of England. All 32 people walked out. He got to go back to Germany where he met his wife, Clara, and they married and they moved to New York. This is on 8th Avenue where they made this studio. He handmade these machines. And the handles you could see are up here. They're horse stirrups. Now we have neoprene. They didn't have neoprene back then, but he hand carved all this. So this is his wife Clara, and this is his niece, and they rehabilitated dancers and boxers. And this is a guillotine. This is how he got this idea. Isn't that cool? So anyway, what is Pilates on the reformer? So the reformer, if you look at this, it's an incredible machine. These are $10,000 clinical reformers, and they're on spring resistance. So what happens is you do the exercises on here, and the springs and the apparatus protects you from gravity. So I wanted you to come here to share this with you because I want you to experience it.
Yes.
So the first thing that I'm going to tell you is when I had chronic pain, and I asked you when you came in here, what's wrong with you? And you said nothing. That's very rare that people ever come in my door that something's not wrong with them.
Nothing physically.
Right? So I'm going to have you...
But I've had lots of injuries.
But I want you to sense it, okay?
Yeah.
So I want you to just lay down. Head goes on the headrest.
Okay.
Feet go up here. Shoulders on here.
Lay down.
Yep.
Head goes on the headrest. Now, I'm not very flexible.
That's okay. That's why you're here.
Okay.
Right?
Well, I'm here because I want to hear your story.
Right. Okay. So I just want you to sense it, and then we'll get up.
Sure.
So first of all, I have chronic pain, right?
Okay.
I can't run anymore, but I still want to work out. I still need to move. So I want you to put your fingers 2 inches below your belly button.
Okay.
And I want you to just jump away, very easy away from this board. Don't jump with all your might, but just jump away a little bit. Yeah. Now as you jump away, I want you to press your belly button down. That's as high as I want you to go.
As I jump away, press my belly button down.
Yeah.
So you want me to do a pelvic tilt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But I want you to relax your shoulders. I want it to be effortless. Yep. Good.
So I'm trying to focus on my abs.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, so Pilates is based on movement principles.
Right.
The first thing is the breath. So what do we do all day? Doctors included. We're sitting, we're driving, we're operating, we're working, we're whatever we're doing, driving, whatever, and we're shortening, and what are we doing? We're thinking, and we hold our breath.
Okay.
So the first movement principle is to breathe.
Okay.
And when you're in chronic pain, you forget that.
Okay.
So we fill up our breath. So you inhale.
Okay.
And you blow up your belly. You inhale with the breath.
Okay.
As you exhale, second movement principle is centering. You bring your belly button down to your spine. As you exhale, cinching these ribs together. So it's our transversus. So we exhale, and the transversus comes on just like that. You feel it? Yes. Okay. Third thing is our pelvic floor.
Okay.
So we engage our Kegels. So we inhale, big belly, big breath. You exhale effortlessly, pelvic floor comes up. Okay? Fourth thing is our multifidus, which is our stabilizer for our spine.
Okay.
And that activates when we're in Pilates Neutral. So
Okay.
what's that? Pilates Neutral, if you palpate right here and you put your fingers on your hip bones,
Okay.
that's our ASIS,
True.
to the top of our pubic bone.
Okay.
In Pilates, we make it really simple. So we call it our golden triangle. So we go like this. If you have a marble in the center of your triangle,
Got it.
you're balanced.
Yep.
That's neutral.
Gotcha.
So not an anterior tilt, not a posterior tilt. You want to be flat.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now look at your neck all janky.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have 3 parts of our spine. What's your cervical spine doing? Do you have kyphosis? Do you have lordosis? What's your lumbar spine doing?
Okay.
You got to do all 500 moves in neutral.
Okay.
Yeah. So keep your feet on the board.
Okay.
Jump away. And then inhale to prepare. Exhale, jump away. Yeah. So we're not blowing candles. We're not blowing candles. You're exhale like this. Yeah. There you go. Nice. You feel it?
I don't know what I feel, but I like it.
Yeah. So this is 0 impact. So if you're a woman, your boobs aren't bouncing. You have no impact on your knees, on your joints, all this. As you jump, you get your heart rate up, you get cardio. 5 minutes of jumping is equal to a mile of running. Is that impossible? And you're being protected from gravity, right?
Sounds impossible.
I know,
Okay.
right? So it's really hard.
Okay.
All right, so now I'd like you to stand up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting up.
Yeah.
Any questions, Camilla? Are we
Anybody?
good?
I haven't seen any yet.
Okay.
Okay, so
Very good.
So one of the other apparatus that Joseph Pilates invented
Okay.
is called a ladder barrel. Can you focus in on that over there in the corner, Camilla? The ladder barrel is that apparatus that he invented. It weighs about 1,000 pounds. So this is a portable ladder barrel. We call it the spine corrector. I'm going to put it right here.
Okay.
You're going to drop your tush here,
Okay.
and you're going to put your feet right there.
Okay. Drop my tush. Put my feet here.
And I want you to sit up really tall.
Sit up really tall. Okay.
So I'm going to give you this to hold your neck up so it doesn't strain.
Okay.
You're going to hold it here.
Okay.
All right, now when you jump away, you
Yeah.
have to find neutral. So bend your knees.
Bend the knees.
Yeah. Keep them way up high on the board. Inhale to prepare. Now when you jump away, you're going to center by bringing your belly button into your spine. So jump
Okay.
away. Okay, so that's a little much. So jump left. There you go. Keep your feet high on the board. Sit up tall. Sit up tall. You can't fall back. You feel that in your abdominals?
Well, yeah.
Could you
That's
do
why I
that
want
for
to
an
fall
hour?
back. Heck no.
Yeah. So keep your Kegels up, right?
Okay. That's hard.
That's so hard.
Yes.
Pilates is really hard.
Yes.
So you're using your brain, and guess what? While you're thinking, everybody holds their breath. So we say 1,000 times in here, drop your shoulders out of your ears. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. What's your pelvic floor doing? So many people in here don't know what your core is. It is those 4 things. It is the breath. It is your pelvic floor. It is your transversus and your multifidus. So what we do is we give you clues to activate those, and I'm super silly about it because remember, I'm a Pilates instructor, I'm not a doctor.
Okay.
So most people that come in here, they're like, what? What's my Kegels, my pelvic floor?
So far we're doing a lot of movements
Right,
while keeping our spine in neutral.
right.
Okay.
So when I was hurting so badly, everybody would say, core, core, core. Remember the days of Pete Sampras and Andre Agassi?
Yeah.
And I would work out, and I would do crunches, and I would work out, and I would do crunches. I never got any relief because I didn't know what my core was.
Right.
It's not abdominals. It's not your rectus. It's from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And Tiger Woods is a great example of that. 4 back surgeries. He didn't start winning again until he started doing Pilates. It was invented by a man. It's very manly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's movement, safe movement to give you mobility and flexibility in all 3 parts of your spine and stability. So it is cervical, thoracic, and lumbar.
Now you mentioned you had hip problems. So if you have hip problems, you may not be able to, let's say, flex your hips as much, or you might lack range of motion in your hips. How does that affect your ability to do these exercises?
That's such a great question. So come with me over here for a minute.
Okay, let me get out of this contraption.
I know. You want to make sure you don't put your feet down in the springs, right?
Joseph Pilates.
Right.
Okay.
Changed my life. All right, so come over here. So this is a reformer with a tower. This is a comprehensive studio. I'm comprehensively certified. Our staff is comprehensively certified. We work with you to give you the personal attention. So let's say you're getting pain in your hips and you don't have a strong core, right? So a lot of that comes from our hip flexors. So most people don't even know what their rectus femoris is or their psoas. And doctors surely don't talk to you about that when you go in for back pain or knee pain, right?
Well, we should. You know, in medical school they said the purpose of the musculoskeletal system is to bring your heart and lungs to the doctor, which means if you got to the doctor, your musculoskeletal system was fine. But the truth is the purpose of the musculoskeletal system is to keep your heart and lungs away from the doctor.
I guess.
In other words, movement is life, okay? Without movement, there's no health. And
That's
without
right.
health, you're sick.
Right.
So, so yes, it helped pain, but really it's good for your heart, it's good for your blood pressure, it's good for your bones, it's good for your health. You've got to move, and you've got to find ways to move. All right, I interrupted you.
No,
I got on my soapbox. Go ahead.
So I had a heart attack when I was 39, right?
Okay.
So I got diagnosed with high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I was like, I'm a Pilates instructor. Right. Are you kidding me? I'm not. I mean, I could lose 20 pounds. Who couldn't? But I'm not morbidly obese.
Sure.
I eat really healthy.
Okay.
I try to exercise all the time. I would go in and they would say, you have this, you have that, whatever. I was teaching Pilates at 119, health and wellness, and had a heart attack. They put me on the machine, sent me to St. Vincent's. I was in there for 3 or 4 nights. I was like, what is happening to me? Then I got diagnosed with lupus. So SLE lupus, I'm classic. I have every single symptom, and I'm on no medicine. Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome.
Because movement heals. So that's why I'm so thankful, and that's why I feel.
But you were doing the movements for a while, and you still had this issue. So
I think a lot of it goes back to my hormones, and a lot of it goes to my glucose. We have a glucose problem in our family. My mom just got diagnosed with Parkinson's. A lot of us shake, yeast, candida, all these different things. We have celiac. All these things go back to glucose. And now they're finding, which is one of the things you said to me, is a lot of it goes back to gut health.
Well,
right?
we did a thing on Parkinson's, and the neurologist said, are you close enough? Do you want to come on in, Camilla? The neurologist said that that they're finding a link between gastrointestinal prions, or let's say viruses or whatever, in Parkinson's. Are there any questions out there at all? We good? Okay. So why did we come over here?
All right, so I'm going to have you lay down for a minute.
Do I need the towel still?
You can put it under your head is usually what we do.
Lay down on my back.
Yep.
Head in the machine.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, I'm in the contraption.
All right, so you don't have the flexibility, you said, to maybe do some of the exercises
I
that
said
we did
you may
today.
not have the flexibility, and I am very inflexible.
Okay, so this strap right here, we are going to put on your right foot, and I want you to put very carefully your left foot down on the floor in the well. Yep. And this foot's going to go on the floor on the outside of the carriage. So just bring it down. Don't twist your knee now.
Is that okay?
Yep. Now you're going to let the spring do the work.
Okay.
So what I want you to do is I want you to bring your right heel up to your bottom, arching up.
My right heel up to my bottom.
Yep, arching up.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Bring it off the floor.
That's it.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay.
I can't get it off the floor.
So you have a super tight rectus femoris.
Absolutely.
Arching up here. So what we know is when we walk and we're on the elliptical machine and we're sitting and we're driving, and you see how this shortens us. We're thinking, so we're probably holding our breath.
Sure.
What's happening? Look at my pelvis. It puts so much pressure right here on our low back. Our QL is screaming because our pelvis is so forward. It's not made to be that way.
Okay.
You will hurt here forever until you stretch that out.
But I'm not hurting there.
Well, a lot of us do.
Okay.
This is where my pain. This is where my pain was.
But I will say I am not very flexible, as
So,
you can tell.
Can you feel that?
I can feel the stretch on my rectus for sure.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to give you a little bit of assistance.
But let me say this.
Yeah.
So my rectus is tight.
Yeah.
But my hamstrings are tight too.
Yeah.
So I may be balanced. Even though I'm tight, I may be balanced. So it could be that if I were really flexible in my hamstrings but tight in my rectus, I'd be unbalanced and have more problems. So the key, and this is not science, it's very soft science, but the key may be balance.
It is science. Okay, so I am not employed by Balanced Body, but I'm certified through Balanced Body. So that's what it all goes back to, is balance, right? And what we do to one side, we do to the other. So bring your left foot up and put it up here on this foot bar.
Bring my left foot up, it's on the foot bar.
On the foot bar. Okay, I'm going to take this off. Okay, put that up there. Bend your knees.
Bend my knees. Yay, I like it when I don't have to move it.
Okay, let's see what your hamstrings look like.
Oh,
so,
they're bad.
All right, let me see your feet. Let me have your left foot first.
That's it, babe.
All right. All right, so these loops aren't great for shoes.
I could take them off.
That's all right.
You want me to take this shoe off?
No, that's all right. You won't be balanced. Okay, so now here's the rule. You got to put your butt down. Can you? There you go. All right, now make your legs as straight as you can. Good. Now let's see what your hamstrings look like.
Okay.
That's it. So you're going to relax into it. So tail feathers reach towards the mirror. So the mirror's here. So tail feathers here.
Yeah.
So feet this way. There you go. We're just going to sit here. Let the springs do the work. What are your shoulders doing? Relax them. Drop them out of your ears.
Okay.
So I don't really love the way your head is.
Can they see? Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to get close or anything, or did you zoom in?
Lift your head up for me. So when we're doing all these exercises, how about that?
Oh, yeah.
We cushion everything.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Okay, so relax your head, relax your neck, relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. Feet coming this way, legs are straight. You feel it in your hamstrings?
Oh, yeah.
A lot or a little?
In between.
Pretty good bit?
Yep.
Okay. Bring your feet as close to your face as you can.
Can I bend my knees?
Nope.
Okay.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, now drop your legs open. Bring your feet as close to your face as you can.
That's it.
Okay, put your hands on the inside of your knees. All right, so your legs are really low. So what's your pelvis doing?
My pelvis is...
Are you down?
Yeah.
Okay,
oh,
good.
definitely.
So,
I'm definitely down.
So most people with their legs this low, it makes them do this. Arch,
yes,
right?
I'm in a pelvic tilt.
Okay.
I'm in a posterior pelvic tilt.
Perfect. So most people...
my ASISs have moved posteriorly.
Perfect. That's
okay.
perfect.
All right.
And that's what I want them to do, is sense the leather, right?
Okay, they do.
So neutral in Pilates could be in print if you have some kind of like stenosis where you couldn't have any kind of flexion down in this lumbar spine.
Yep.
You would want to be an imprint to be safe. But Pilates neutral, you can actually stick your hand under there and wiggle your fingers. If you're in a posterior tilt, that's safe. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So now
But you can see how tight I am.
yeah, but that's what we do.
Right.
Everybody is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So let's talk about that for a second.
Can I get out of this position?
Not-
or you want me in?
Not yet. All right. Put your legs together. Put your legs together.
Okay.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to fill up our breath. I want you to open your legs. Now I want you to exhale and close your circle like this. Bring them all the way around. Very nice. Hold it right there. Good. Bring your legs back up. Nope. Keep them together. Keep them together. All right. Bring them up here. Inhale. Open. Exhale now. So your exhale, close it up. Good. Inhale, come up. Open. Good. All right. So this is all candle blowing, and then we got to get Botox on our smoker lips. Right? All right. So bend your knees on in. Yeah. So let's rest for a second.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what your piriformis looks like.
Okay.
All right. So let's make your legs straight.
Both of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can you put your right ankle up on your left knee?
Yes.
Good.
Well, I can try.
So this is the number 4 stretch, right?
Yep. This is
Right.
the number 4.
All right. Bend this leg.
Bend it.
Put your hand right there.
Here.
Push it to the mirror that way.
Push it to the mirror. Okay, so you want
Bend this knee.
Bend this knee. Oh yeah, that's it.
Do you ever do the number 4 stretch at home?
I do some
yoga
piriformis sometimes. I don't do yoga.
All right, so my point is this. Doing a piriformis stretch feels a lot, right? But it's more with tension. It's more with resistance. And it also, not only does it make it more intense, but it gives you control. It gives you control over the movement.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
So let's see what your other one looks like. Let that go. Most of my issue was tight piriformis, tight hamstring. Are you a lefty?
No.
All right, put your hand right there. Push it to the mirror that way. The closer this knee is to your face, the deeper the stretch.
That's it.
Okay. Good.
I mean, this is comfortable for me though.
Good.
Okay.
All right, let's let that go. Okay, so make your legs straight. Okay, so while we're here, what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna give you the option. I'm gonna take this out from under your head. A lot of people come here to do what's called long spine. So in yoga, they call it a shoulder stand, okay?
Okay.
You lay your head down, just relax. What I want you to do is, I'm gonna give you a hair more tension. You're gonna put your hands down by your side. And when your feet go up, you're gonna bring your bottom up, but your head stays down, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Feet go up.
Bottom goes up. Good. There you go.
Ay, 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 ay.
All right, now I want you to peel down from the bottom of your neck to the bottom of your tailbone. Good.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Don't let your legs go too low. Look what your lumbar spine's doing.
Okay.
That's your protection right there.
Gotcha.
All right, if you need a rest, bend your knees to come in.
I'm good.
All right, you want to do it again or you want to come out?
One more.
All right, up. Good. All right, now roll like an egg. Bend your legs, bend your knees. Yeah, there you go, and roll down. Does that feel kind of good?
Yeah.
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 So not so often is it so easy to go to a gym. Let's say you're at the gym. How do you strengthen your hips? When you're bringing these circles around, A, you're breaking up arthritis. B, you're getting the mobility in the hip joints. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and then if you make little circles, you're stabilizing in that lumbar spine.
Okay.
So let's talk about that. A lot of my pain.
Do I need to be in this contraction?
Yeah, so
stuff?
I'm gonna take these off
Right.
here. Put that foot right there. All right, there we go. All right, so now this tower, I'm gonna leave those straps on your feet, okay?
Okay.
This tower is gonna let me test what your lumbopelvic stability is. So bring me your feet again.
My feet are over here and you're over there.
I know, right? All right, hold on. I'm gonna take one of these off. All right. And
How are we doing? Are we getting any questions yet?
Not yet.
Oh, you're kidding me. All right.
Do they pop up on the screen?
They should.
Okay.
Is it going? It says
It
go.
is.
Yeah.
All right, so peel your bottom down.
Peel my bottom down.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Make your legs straight. There. Now, can you feel that? Feels different than before, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, yes. Okay. I feel it in my the
Yeah.
distal hamstrings right now.
Yeah, like crazy, right? I'm gonna
Yep.
put this ball back under your neck. It's kind of janky. Lift your head up.
I love the ball under my
I
neck.
know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We cushion everything. All right, so I want you to bring your legs to about right here. Now you remember what neutral is?
Okay.
The breath,
Okay.
transversus, pelvic floor,
Yep.
multifidus. You're in neutral, right? Flutter. Stabilize. This cannot move. So we go like this. Stabilize. Smaller, smaller, smaller. You feel it in your tummy now?
Yeah.
Could you do that forever?
I don't know.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, now let's rest. All right, so now I want you to bring your circle around and I want you to feel the difference.
Bring my circle around.
So these are your legs. We breathe
Yeah.
in here, open, and exhale, bring it around.
Wait a minute.
Breathe in here, open. Come back up. Open. Very nice. Again. So we're going to stop right there. That's beautiful. So you have amazing lumbar control right here.
I do?
Yeah, you really do.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I
really
have
do.
amazing
It's
lumbar
amazing.
control.
Yeah, so I'm going to make it a little bit harder now. I'm going to trick you.
Okay.
So we're going to do something that's super hard. It's called the helicopter.
Okay.
All right, so legs are up. All right, so let's see. Okay, ready?
Yep.
We're going to go like this. Down and up. Down and around and over.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah, you can. All right, ready?
Down,
and
up,
down,
down,
around, and over.
around like that.
Yes.
And over.
Beautiful, Brad. That is awesome. Yes. One more time. Down and up.
and up, and down,
Down,
and around,
and over. Good.
Down and up, and down and around and over.
Yeah. So,
Down.
do you feel the mind challenge, right?
Oh yeah.
But all I'm doing is looking at your pelvis. I don't really care what your legs are doing. And you have amazing control right here. That's great. Most people are rocking all over the place, or they're rocking all over the place on one side. So when I first started doing this, I'm going to take this off, and you can go ahead and stretch your left rectum. So put this foot down on the floor, and put that one down on the floor over here, and let's bring that up. Put it outside. So when I first started doing this, if I had like a dancer come in here, and let's say they have amazing flexibility.
Holy cow.
Is it tighter on
Yeah,
that side?
well, it's just, oh man.
All right, so let's bring this up.
Oh, no. No, it's too tight.
All right, so look at me. I can't feel your sensation, so you're going to put your hand here, and you're going to control it. So put your hand here on your loop. Down
Here?
Nope. Yeah.
Here?
Now you pull your foot off the floor because you don't want it. Your foot can't touch. Pull your heel up to your bottom, like this.
Yeah.
Push your knee down. There you go.
See
More.
how my pelvis tilts
Yeah, that's
now?
okay. I want it to.
Okay.
That's it. Yep. Arch up. Push.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I can't do more than that.
All right.
I'm
All right.
that tight.
That's okay.
I'm that tight.
So we know oxygen in. We inhale, makes it longer. We
Uh-huh.
exhale on the work. Okay?
Okay.
That's how we facilitate the breath. Inhale on the stretch, exhale on the work.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Imagine it getting longer like taffy. That was fabulous.
Oh, I don't know.
All right, so now let's come out of that. So the other thing that we get a lot, all right, so let's see. Do you want to go back to my story for a second in 3 seconds or less?
Yes.
So I have 2 big toe joint replacements. I have screws in my right knee.
Wait. Before
Okay.
you get there, tell
Yeah.
me how, what you did about the fact that you had really bad heart disease and a heart attack.
I didn't, right? So I didn't have heart disease. That's what all the testing indicated.
I thought you said you had a heart attack.
I did. So what is that? It's a symptom of my lupus. So I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, but I don't have type 2 diabetes. So as the story goes on, I got breast cancer. I went in to have my surgery, and they said, well, tell me about your heart disease. And I was like, I don't know. Here's my folder. So we had to go through all this stuff. Well, they called it an episode, and they call them symptoms of my lupus. So whereas high blood
Okay.
pressure, high cholesterol,
Gotcha. So
type 2
you had
diabetes.
symptoms of a heart attack, but it was really a reflection, a symptom of your lupus. Okay.
So when they went in to do my double mastectomy,
Do I get to get up now?
yeah, you can. I'm covered in scar tissue. I'm covered in it from where I had my episode. If I eat sugar, my glucose skyrockets. My A1C goes super skyrocketing high. But if I don't eat sugar, I'm pre-diabetic.
Okay.
So do I have type 2 diabetes or I don't? What do I put on my sheet? What do I tell you?
I don't know.
I don't know. What do I know? So if I eat sugar, I have type 2 diabetes, which
I
carbs
see.
is sugar.
Sure.
But if I don't, I don't.
Okay.
But then my glucose kept going up, but I didn't eat sugar and I didn't eat carbs and I barely eat fruit. So what is it? It's my estrogen. Estrogen makes glucose, which stores as cortisol, which stores as belly fat. I'm going through menopause. Then I got breast cancer. So then, after I had my double mastectomy, what happens next? I got frozen shoulder. I've spent half of my life in physical therapy, from my head to my tail. So what we know is, this is so cool, going back to balance, if my lumbopelvic spine is jacked up, or my neck is jacked up, or my thoracic spine is jacked up, which tends to happen when you're amputated, right? Your body seeks equilibrium. It seeks balance. It will correct itself. So even as much as braces, starting like right here at C1, when you change this, if it changes the course of your spine, your body that seeks equilibrium will try to correct itself, which is sometimes how people get scoliosis, because your body will try to correct itself. So you can either get the mobility and the stability and the posture and the alignment, or your body will find it itself. And it isn't always necessarily great. So what do we do for our thoracic spine?
Breathe.
So remember I told you a lot of it goes back to our hip flexors. And I have a great picture that I'm going to show you about our psoas, P-S-O-A-S, the big hip flexor in the middle. And so doctors don't really talk to patients about that, right? But as it facilitates movement, what does it have to do with my neck? What does it have to do with my frozen shoulder? Well, through our fascia, it attaches to the bottom of our diaphragm, which is the first part of our core, right? So what if we lose our mobility in our psoas? People are like, what's that? I don't even know what it is. How do I stretch it? Do you know how to stretch your psoas?
Kind of.
It's hard. How do you stretch your psoas?
It's almost like a rectus stretch.
Okay.
I could probably maybe get on this thing.
Okay.
Is this stable?
Yep.
I could jump up here. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I could really do it, but I would bring my knees to my chest and I would let one leg fall off.
Okay.
And
like the Thomas test?
Like a Thomas test, yeah.
Okay. That's good.
One way. Another way, you'll like this one, is maybe get down like this.
Okay.
And maybe put one foot up, okay? Maybe externally rotate this leg.
Okay.
Okay. And then find neutral spine.
Okay.
Find neutral spine. And pelvic tilt. So I'm pelvic tilting.
Posterior or anterior?
I am pelvic tilting like this, so I'm doing a posterior pelvic tilt. And I am stretching through here.
Okay.
So that's another way.
Okay.
I especially like exercises that don't need machines, only because we live in a world without machines. Now, if you have $10,000 machines at your disposals, which, I mean, these machines were great. I loved it. But not everybody can afford, to go to a Pilates instructor.
That's right.
So we have to find ways of moving through our environment without machines. But these machines are great. I'm not trying to say anything bad about these machines because I really enjoyed that stuff. But that's how I would that's how I would get my psoas. Now I bet you got some much better ones. So,
okay. So first of all, what you just did on the ground was beautiful. But remember, I have screws in my knees. And what if I have arthritis? I can't just pop down on the ground.
Exactly.
And what if I'm older?
Right.
I can't just pop down on the ground and lay on the floor. It's free.
Here's another one. Maybe this might do something. You need something to support you. And then, find stability, find your core, lower your body weight. And so now I'm also exercising
your quad.
This quad while I'm stretching this rectus, and then if I pelvic tilt. See, I am a physiatrist.
So the other thing that you just showed right there is that you have amazing balance.
No, I don't. I was holding on to things.
All right, but what we do in Pilates is flexibility, strength, balance, and coordination. Okay? All of those things.
All right, I'm ready for your iliopsoas though.
All right, so I want you to go like this. Stand over here. You're going to put your hands right here and your foot right here.
Stand here.
Yep.
Hands here.
Yep. Put your right knee on here. All right, now put your left foot all the way up here by the knob. Now push back.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, now push your pelvis forward.
Oh, I love this.
Push back.
I'm glad I did mine first.
Push back.
Push back.
Yeah, push back. More.
That's it.
More. Hold it. Now, don't hold your breath. Then your shoulders are out of your ears. That's nice. Put your right hand on your waist. Left arm is straight. Look at me. Bring your gaze all the way around. Not in the mirror. You got to bring it. Come on. Push off your right hand. All the way around. Good. You feel that?
Oh, yeah.
Breathe. In. There you go. Switch hands. your gaze. All the way around. Push off your right hand. Come on, all the way around. Do you see how tension makes it better?
I love this.
Okay, good. All right, now put both hands on the bar. Now I want you to put your right hand up in the air. Now I want you to go like this. We're gonna lean like I'm a little teapot. Come on. Come on.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Good. And then this side. Good. Feel it?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. All right, so now we're gonna do a little bit of traction.
Okay.
So go ahead and stand up. Do you want to do that on the other side?
No, I'm good. I want our viewers to get a taste of what
Stand
we're
up there.
doing. Stand up there.
Yeah, hands here. Hands here. Face me. Hands here. Okay, give this a tug. Feel it? Okay,
Yep.
I want you to trust it.
Okay.
Make your arms straight. Make your legs straight. Face me like with your feet like this. Good. Now put your butt on my bookshelf. All the way back. Trust that bar. Head down. Legs straight. Head down. Legs straight. Head down. Okay, now, can you flatten here? Head down, get flat. Good. You feel it in your hamstrings?
Yes.
Can you feel it into here?
Yeah, it's a great stretch.
Okay, now I want you to put both hands here. No, over here on this right side. This hand too. All right, now I want you to bend this leg, make this leg straight, and pull your bottom over this way. Right leg straight, pull back. Good, and then the other side. Move your hands over here. Don't let go. Can you feel that all the way down?
Oh yeah.
Now see this right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's work on that. So I want you to come this way on this side of the machine. Okay. I'm gonna drop this down.
Any questions? No? You're kidding me. All right.
All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your hands like this and watch my thoracic spine as I push here. You see that?
Yes.
Now when I come up, I'm moving my right hand to this bar over here, and I'm gonna rotate under.
Okay. Got it.
Okay? So
Got it.
Let's see how that feels for you.
Got it.
So imagine this is hot coal. You don't want to touch it. Right here, so we're scooping out. Yeah? Good.
Now I'm getting the ham knees
All right,
again.
so I want this flat. Head down. Head down. Yes. Head down.
I don't know how to get that flat.
Yeah, right, because we never ask our body to move there. So
Right.
push your arms straight out. Now collapse here. Push your chest to the floor. Better.
Look how my
Better.
head comes up when I
Yeah,
try
but
to
you
do
still
that.
have kyphosis going on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We never ask our body to move
Yeah,
here,
and
right?
anybody who knows me knows my posture's horrible.
Okay, so move your right hand here where your left hand is. Move their left hand here where your right hand is. All right, put this hand over here on that bar. On that one. There. Now look at Camilla underneath this arm, under it. Yeah, now rotate. Head under. Yeah, rotate here. Torso turn. Turning here. Rotate. Pull on your right arm. Pull your right hand towards you. Do you feel it?
I don't know. I feel something.
Right here.
I feel something.
All right, let's do the other side.
Okay, put this hand here then.
Yep.
This hand here.
Yep. Now rotate this way. You have a little bit more rotation on this side. Can you look at me over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Push your right hand forward. Push it forward. Pull with this one. Rotating, looking here.
Okay.
You feel it here?
No, I feel it more lower actually.
Here?
Lower. Yep.
Okay. Nice.
All right. Let's talk some more.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Nice.
so again, I don't know. I want to get back to this movement. So, I think, I've experienced it. I loved it. I enjoyed it. How much does this cost?
$35 an hour. That's
it?
all.
Is it, are you with a group of people?
Only here 1 to 4 people. Look how small this is. We maintain control of the class. We are comprehensively certified to modify all people in here. Safety is first.
Go over those 4 principles again. Were there 4 or 6 or
The movement principles?
Yes, the movement principles.
Okay, so first is breathing.
Breathing. Okay, second.
So is centering and concentration. This is principles of movement. For the core, the core is what you're talking about, I think.
Well, what I'm talking about is like when we're doing exercises, we are working multiple nervous systems simultaneously.
That's right.
We're working, a flexibility center in our body. We are moving at the same time. We're strengthening muscles at the same time, and also we might be doing them aerobically. So that's what I'm getting at. You're really hitting multiple different. Like if I'm just jogging on a treadmill, that's an aerobic exercise, and I am also working my whole muscles. It's sort of a general conditioning exercise.
Yes.
But with this, we're sort of working on flexibility and strengthening and aerobic conditioning simultaneously, if I have it right.
All right, so oftentimes, I'm just going to use your example here for running. Okay. I'm a runner.
Okay.
And I come in here, and there's really nothing wrong with me. So why should I do this? Because running's free, right?
Right.
Okay. When you run, are you using your glutes? If you're not using your glutes and you're just using your quads and you don't know what your core is, how good is your run? When you understand body mechanics and you learn how to facilitate your breath and you learn how to use your core when your leg hits the ground, and you learn how to activate your glutes as your leg hits the ground. And what about your feet? People often come to us with plantar fasciitis, right? So all of these things, what we're teaching you is body mechanics. So whether you golf, swim, walk, run, stand, sit, I don't care what you do, Pilates makes the quality of your life better. Because the breath, the centering, the concentration, you're right, it does work with your nervous system.
But the key for me would be it has to be enjoyable.
Right.
Like, for instance, this show, Doc Talk Live,
right,
who nobody is watching, apparently, because no one's giving
Sadly.
us questions. But maybe on the rebroadcast they'll be watching it. They will stay with the show if they're enjoying it.
Right.
If they're finding it entertaining. If they're finding it interesting or intriguing, they'll stay with it. Without that, they're going to tune off. They're going to click off. And it's the same thing with Pilates or yoga or running or tennis or whatever activity you're going to do. It has to be enjoyable, really, for someone to maintain it. And I think, when I talked to you on the phone a couple weeks ago and I cut you off, I said, perfect, we're done. Because what I really wanted to capture was your passion for Pilates.
Right.
And that's what would make you a great instructor of Pilates. I think Nick Saban, he coaches football, but I personally think he could coach any sport. I don't think it would matter. I think he could coach the basketball team. And after he figured it out, after whatever, how, what the diagrams are and how you play the sport, and how he would figure out, he's that passionate of a coach.
Right.
He just happens to be in football. You happen to be in Pilates, but I can sense the passion for this activity, which makes it even more enjoyable, and I would see how students would respond to you in this setting.
My message is, how do you move with chronic pain?
Yes.
Right? It's different. It changes everything.
My
miss running.
My message is,
right,
you have to move with chronic pain.
Right.
You have to move in spite of your pain.
That's right.
The pain is not going to kill you. It's the lack of movement that will kill you.
Amen.
It's the pain.
Right.
It's the pain that makes you not want to move.
Right. So that's why you come back, and that's why we're always very nice to our clients. We train over 150 people a week. It's cyclical, but you always come back because it's a lifestyle change. When you stop doing Pilates on the apparatus, it all comes back. So you sleep better. You can do whatever you want. Grandmothers have come in here on a cane. They have come in here barely able to move, and now they jump on the trampoline with their grandchildren. You ski. You can do whatever you want to do. It gives you the quality of your life better. But when you stop doing this and your body mechanics go bad, and your posture gets bad, and you stop running while you use your core, then you come back and you're like, wow, this really makes everything better.
Okay, I'm in where am I? Inverness area?
Yeah.
So ReformU Pilates. And what's the phone number?
205-249-0043. The other thing is, you need to do it where it's geographically
Sure.
close to you.
Absolutely.
So Pilates is new to Birmingham. It's new to Alabama. Everyone in LA has a Pilates instructor and a barista, right? Nobody here knows what it is. There's Pilates in Homewood. There's Pilates in Mountain Brook. There's Pilates in Hoover. There's Pilates coming to town. If you have hypermobility, you still need it. Even though you're flexible, you need the stability so you don't get hurt, right? Find some place that's geographically convenient for you and then try it.
Sure.
Here at ReformU Pilates, your first time is free because we want you to experience it. There's no contract, there's no membership, there's no strings attached. You pay for what you take. We're the cheapest place in town, right? But we have to charge because the education and the investment in it is so much to be trained to do this
hopefully you can
safely.
put this video on your website.
Yeah.
And maybe that will help. I don't know. I want to thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was a blast for me. I really enjoyed it.
All right.
We good? All right.